G'day guys, and today Shorty and I are going to review the Cats and the Saints clash, which was Geelong getting home in the end by 38 points, I believe, mate, if that's about right.
Yeah, sounds pretty good to me, mate.
Cool. Well, it was a nice win by the Cats. They were challenged in various parts of the game and eventually got across the line. It was a hard-fought match. It had a bit of the 2009 Saints and Cats clash about it. I can't get my words right. It's 1:45 in the morning, so
Yeah, well, forgive me, mate. It's pretty late.
yeah, no, it's pretty reckless, but it's all good. Really good game, high intensity game. Two great clubs going at it, and St Kilda on the rise. The Cats doing what they do, and really impressed. We were challenged and just able to respond and really get the job done. And awesome to take on the Chocolates and get a pretty comfortable win in the end. It's I guess we didn't expect it, but we had confidence it was a good chance to happen because we've been good in the last quarters.
Yeah, certainly skipped away late, didn't we? I mean, it was always going to be a real 50-50 game, I think.
Yeah, I felt it. Yeah.
Probably if you were a fan of neither of these clubs, you might have been like, Geelong, better team, they'll get the job done. But our form had been good without being great, and St Kilda always trouble us. And that was exactly how it panned out. I mean, it certainly tear us apart on the outside at times. But I think we really got the game on our terms late, which was good. And I loved how we were in an arm wrestle, and then when we really beat them, we just put them to the sword big time, which was great.
Yeah, so good to watch.
Well, I enjoyed most about the game. Like, you'll probably talk about a few of the specifics in that, but I was able to watch most of it, which was good, even though I was at work. But I enjoyed that we were challenged by a good side. Like, St Kilda played good footy.
Yeah.
And Etihad, which they played good footy, but so do we. But nonetheless, a challenging team to play there. And challenged, responded by a genuine club who trouble us, and we got the job done. Not just fell over the line.
Yeah, no,
we really
comfortably skipped away.
Once we took full control of the game late, we didn't give them a sniff, so it was really impressive. And yeah, you'll probably talk about a few of the more stats and things like that because you would have seen every minute of it. But no, I was really impressed. I was really impressed with just more so the response and the character shown by the group to be able to be challenged and then answer in that way, because when Dunstan kicked that goal, put them 15 points in front, I think it was.
Yeah.
I was concerned, not doubting big time, but just sort of started to think, gee, this is really tough now, you know. If we
wobbly.
Really big stage of the game here, and again we come through with the goods, and I think we're starting to get that culture back where we know how to win games of footy. We never fully lost it, but we just tape it off a little bit with some close ones, which is always going to happen, but we seem to really have that ability to find a way to win again, which is great.
Yeah, really.
And before I hand it over to you, mate, I think it's always good as the season rolls on to start to really think about what we've learned. And I think at the start of the season we said, well, Geelong can finish anywhere in the top 12, 13 spots. Where do we lie? And I can really think, I can say that we're a definite top 4 contender now.
Top 4?
Yeah, I definitely think you got the Giants, you got Adelaide. You got to say the Dogs aren't in ripping form, but you got to pay them respect because they keep getting the job done as well.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
And then you've got to say us, I reckon. So
yeah, we're probably the top 4 best teams right now. Well, yeah, we're five, not 5 and zip. So
like, regardless of what the ladder says, I mean, it's still formulating and evening out as everyone starts to play everyone. But I definitely feel like we are playing good enough footy, and a few question marks over certain guys is starting to be answered.
Yep.
And I definitely feel like we should be pushing for top 4. That's now not exactly what I think will happen, but it's definitely the expectation.
Yeah, you'd have to say so after that kind of footy. And we talk a lot about the guys that second-tier players have had to improve, and it's been a lot of players have just improved that sort of 5-10% off of last year, and you just see them growing in stature, and they're just really relishing the situation of late. There's just some guys like, probably talk more in the votes and stuff, but like Blaine stepping up a bit, Mollop slowly getting there with some continuity, Paul Smith. So look, it's really promising to see those guys step up, but we'll talk about that more soon.
Yes, we will, mate.
Bit of suspense for you.
Give me your thoughts anyway. How did we win this game?
How did we win? We're better than them.
Special comments. Cheers.
They played well. There's a big reason why we won. But look, overall the game, happy with the result. Always expected the Saints to be tough to beat. They're a quick side, and they always promise, causes a few issues. So look, and they certainly did with their speed, and our backline was probably a bit too top heavy. And I'll probably find more negatives out of this game. Actually, we'll analyse more negatives than positives, but hopefully we can take a positive out of those negatives.
Oh, you come up with some strange theories at 2 a.m. Theories. Look at it.
I'm a bit cooked, mate. No, it means we've got a bit to work on and a bit we can build on. So went a bit top heavy. We probably had like 6 tall defenders, which probably too many. And Kilda just went and hit the deck on the deck. Mitchington just kills every time, and Jack Stephen. Those two love playing us. So they certainly
Ross.
Yeah, Ross loved it as well. He got involved, and look, their small players worried us. Their speed worried us at times, and their clearances early were good. But I think we were just able to wrestle the momentum back our way when we had to. Obviously, getting out to that 15-point margin was a bit concerning, and they found a way back. But the Saints kicked it long and high a lot, and there were a couple of players that were smart enough to go, hang on, I actually got to lower the eyes and go the hit-up lead, not the long kick, because Geelong love that kick. And I must say, we are probably nearly the best team to be able to get that intercept ball and take and contest the mark at either end. So, look, got to take that in our stride for sure. I guess, second-tier players just chipping along, doing pretty well. As I said, Lang was really reasonably impressive, and Blitzars was reasonably good, and Black, first game, mate, really happy with him.
Yeah.
And the stats look a bit better than maybe he played, but we'll take that on board. Murdoch played a good game, and look, everyone got a reasonable number of touches, and we got a whole bunch of the footy, so that certainly helped. And just our general run, link up with handball was really good to see. And our accuracy again and our ability to go over 100 points was really solid too. So, that's how we won the game, mate. But on the back of solid, got 30 touches in the second half. That's what I'm hearing.
Unbelievable.
It'd be one of the best games he's ever played. It'd be up the top 5 for sure, I would have thought. So, then the rest just got around him, and I think the Saints just naturally dropped off a little bit, and our pressure was good over the course of the game, but then it lifted a bit more in the last quarter, and just the last quarter specialist at the moment. So, I don't know, winning those crucial one-on-ones and just really hitting those targets late and getting some golden opportunities and taking those chances when we had them, and good in front of goal again. I think we were 7 straight from set shots at some point. Again, just taking our chances and, just linking up really well as a team. So, I can't exactly give you the right answer, mate. That's
you mentioned link up with handball. That's a really good point.
We can do it over the top sometimes, but most of the time it's working.
And I think you're going to get that. I mean, when the instruction is to link up with handball, it killed Hawthorn, killed St Kilda. You're going to turn it over at times, but I think the reward certainly outweighs those few turnovers, and starting to see a nice brand of footy from us. And I definitely, when we really put the foot down at last quarter, I couldn't help but watch on with a real sense of pride, and really proud to see the group really do that, which was really impressive. It really felt like we were starting to get back to a genuine team. I don't want to jump the gun too much, but we just had this sort of resolve about us, like a team who knew what they were doing, didn't get concerned that they were down, and just flicked the switch, put the foot down, made it count, didn't give them another look in. So I enjoyed that.
Yeah. It was 08-esque, mate. I've got to say, three quarters. A lot of teams just sort of hang around for a bit, and then Geelong just flicked the switch in the final turn. We're not the 08 side we were, but little signs of those last quarter bursts where we just break away, and there's a real sort of distinction between the two sides. So that's where it was won and lost, mate. Won the clearances, contested possession by plus 20, had more inside 50s. That was certainly helped us win.
Well, it wasn't too long ago that every show we were talking about we lost contested ball, we lose clearances all the time. And it's not something we talk about now because it's not that much of an issue, which is really good. So forward line's working a bit better. It's looking better.
The Saints had a lot in their defensive 50 as well, so they must have played a bit of a flooding kind of setup. There was always more Saints. I was like, what the hell's going on? They
rolling a few back.
They parked the bus there, mate, as you said. So, those are some thoughts on the game, but we'll move on to the votes, and it'll be interesting to see what you got, mate. How'd you go with them?
Yeah, I found it difficult after Selwood, to be honest. I mean, you can almost throw a blanket over like 5 or 6 almost after Selwood. Selwood was clearly best on ground. We all know that.
Amazing third quarter.
3 votes. Unbelievable. I gave 2 votes to Duncan. I just really enjoyed how he's playing at the moment. It was a Rolls Royce, like, obviously just for this game in particular. I mean, tackles, he's such a good ball user. He's just sharp. I'm loving his work.
Getting on the scoreboard.
This is what we asked from him. We said last year, Duncan, you need a lift, mate. You need to be an A grader. Yeah. And he is now.
He's picking it up.
And you may disagree with this one, mate, but I've given the one to Dangerfield. You probably knew that he would.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people go, oh, he wasn't that good, but we can't just judge Dangerfield on Dangerfield standards all the time. I really do think that there are probably a couple other guys that I maybe could have given a vote to. Maybe it's a little boring that we always give Paddy votes, but when the chips were down, he kicked 2 clutch goals and he still had 30
Had a nice go that goes over the top, mate. The one from 50 was amazing, I must say. Got to play that one.
That one was probably more your big goal.
Big Joe the Goose.
But I really do think he played a crucial role to getting us the points. So
he does.
Every week. Can't undervalue him just because he's a superstar. A bit like Gary Ablett, always was judged on Ablett standards.
Yeah, you can't take a break, can you?
Anyway, mate, how'd you see it?
Pretty similar. I've gone Joel Selwood with 3 votes, 43 touches, amazing. 8 marks, 5 free kicks, 9 tackles, and a clutch goal as well. So those stats speak for itself. When the chips were down, third quarter, we were struggling. Joel just said, "Come on, boys, come along with me. I'm going to get us a win on the board." And he just,
jump on me back, I'll take you there.
Just lifted, and so did we in the end. So he was quite simply the match winner, or enabling us to be the match winners. So Duncan, the 2 votes. So he got 32 possessions, a lot of the footy, and very good with the footy. 9 marks, and he got 7 tackles, very good, and a goal next to his name, which I feel like it was a long goal. I can't remember what it was. Do you remember?
No, I don't remember it.
There you go, Mitch. So,
sorry, thanks.
Probably an amazing goal. But, look, Mitch was just very clean, just great work rate. I like him in the centre square, like at the bounce of the footy. I mean, he's nice off a wing, but he's really developed into a contested beast. So, just getting down and dirty and really relishing the situations. Getting his hands on the footy, and you know what he does with the footy, he uses it well. I wish he kicked more, but you can handball if you need to, Mitch.
Yeah, what was it? 16.
So by the stats. I'm giving them 1 vote to Andrew Mackie, your man, your boy.
Yeah.
He got 23 touches, 6 marks, 3 tackles, and also kicked a nice long goal from a interesting 50-metre penalty. Joey Montana was happy with, and I
said to Tim, mate, you can put this in the book. He's one of the best long kicks.
Put it in the book.
And it sailed over the hat. So
it was so straight. So Mackie was just a general down back. I mean, he just played a really nice, clean game. He was good with the footy, solid in the way he positioned himself, and I just really liked the way he went about it. Sort of set up a lot of the play, and was just that general half back. And 2, he's probably thinking, mate, I've got 10 more touches than this guy did, and I was so much better with the pill and whatnot.
But still, you're right.
And Dangerfield will be spinning as well. But I'm going with Mackie on this one, and there's some other players that are really good too. But he's been really good over he's had a really good season.
He has. And you say the general, and it's a good point. Like, I really do think we've got like your Mackie, Henderson, 2 blokes that just really. You mentioned the word positioning, and it's a good point. We seem to be quite an organised defence. I know the weakness is, of course, on the deck, but in the air and how we position ourselves with the back 6, really good.
Can't beat it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we'll move on to the chopping block, mate, which will be tough this week. Stuart, I'll give you a special shout out as well. He was really good.
Yep.
I think he might have made a couple little blues, but other than that, he was really good with the footy and quite attacking and confident.
Yeah.
That goal last week's helped him, as I anticipated.
No, I totally agree. I mean, he's still fumbling a little bit, dropped the chest mark there, but I think we definitely probably thought he could be dropped, but now I think he'll definitely be given an extra few weeks, barring anything crazy. But look, chopping block wise, Murdoch often features, but we've got to give him a shout out. I think you mentioned him already, but that's exactly what we want. He's damaging,
every
nice goal. He's a lovely kick. If he just takes it on a bit and has confidence, let's hope he can replicate that. But Chopping block, probably Thurlow. He's a man who's just...
Yeah, we've talked about him a little bit.
Like, I'm a big fan of him, as you know.
Yeah.
And it's hard to judge a bloke off a knee, but, you know, there's no exceptions here. You're out there to play footy. So
across the white line, you're fit.
You know,
so
I think probably on a big picture, I still have a bit of faith in him, but at the moment he's just struggling a little bit. So probably a guy like Kolajasny would be the man.
To replace him?
Potentially, yeah.
Gee, that's like 6 tall key defenders.
Yeah, well, I suppose
He's quick, but...
It just depends what structure they want to go with. I mean, they might bring in Ruggles for him. That might be... because Thurlow's 190, and I think Kolajasny's around the same.
Yeah, he's 192, 193, yeah.
So it might just depend what sort of structure they want to do. They might go, look, we want to have another little small alongside Tui.
Yeah.
Let's bring in Ruggles. But I think it'd be one of those too.
Wish we had 3 small defenders.
Yeah,
well,
I suppose at the moment it's working okay. I mean, I think Stewart can play a little small too, but yeah, other than that, you know, Cockatoo continues to be a little in and out of games, but he's the sort of bloke that I think needs to be in the team.
Yeah, need him. He's going to be an amazing player if he gets a good run at it and without injury and stuff.
He's just got magic. Like, even late when he took that grab and then just erratically played on and missed. Like,
he thought it was touched, I think.
Ah, dude,
yeah. He sees, like,
hard to tell when you're watching the TV on mute. But
yeah. Well,
I was like, what's he doing?
Yeah, I thought the same thing, and then commentators saying he thought it was touched.
Yeah,
so
righto.
It's a good grab.
But look, honestly, there's not too many guys you'd say they definitely need to be dropped, and there's not a stack coming through the reserves. Of course, how many guys got suspended? Parsons was 2, Menengola was just 1, wasn't he?
Yeah, yep.
So we're going to have to find a spot for Menengola, you would think.
So Hall Smith has to play amazing footy to stay in, really.
He does, and he is. I mean, 15 contested possessions. Sure, he's not the quickest guy. Sure, he's not the cleanest guy. But I definitely think he is helping on that inside footy. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
So where Menengola fits into the picture, I'm not sure. I think
it's tough. He's kicking inside 50. He hit 3 or 4 targets inside 50, like absolutely perfectly lace out last week.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I've got a very good grasp on Geelong. But Menengola surprised me. It's not often a guy surprises me. But I was like, gee, I didn't think he had that lace-out boot on him so consistently.
Yeah, watching the highlights or watching the goals from Darijoe, I was just like, wow. He just kicked 7 inside 50 and just...
He's gone from a guy who I felt was a fringe to a weapon.
Yeah.
I know it's one game, but it's... Yeah, anyway, we're getting sidetracked here at 2 in the morning, but I just think it's, you know, not necessarily does it have to be Hall Smith or Menengola. They probably can both be in the same team, but it's hard to see who else goes.
What if you put him up forward, Menengola? Like, he's a massive kick. If you put him at half forward, you'd want him kicking inside 50.
Yeah, I mean, he may well rest there. I think I wouldn't want
to put him up there too much, but like sort of swapping around with Hall Smith wherever he is on and off the bench in between the forward line as well.
Yeah.
Could be an option. I mean, doing it around Mundy, Neal, and plenty of other players around the league going up forward, Martin, and etc. So.
And I suppose we can have the weekly Harry Taylor debate as well, if we like.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll probably keep it somewhat short, but again...
a show about that.
It didn't work again, did it? I mean...
Yeah, it worked for the first quarter.
That's right. Like, he looks dangerous at times. I thought he harassed really well. I loved his intent and effort, but at the end of the day, he's not a forward. And again, he found himself back. You know?
I reckon they're doing it just to muck around with the opposition now. It's just a joke.
I mean, it's funny, like, every time the game's on the line, Taylor goes to the back line, which surely says when Geelong feel like they need to be a key moment or they need to win this next 10 minutes, let's go our best setup, and that's Harry Taylor back.
Start with your best setup.
You know, so they're experimenting, you know... It's like when you keep sending a message to a chick, mate. You want her to respond with something else, but the fact is it's not working. You've got to just stop it.
You didn't have to just shut yourself on like him, mate. That's all right.
But you know what
you mean. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Aaron Black was impressive.
Liked the way he played, really good. 20 touches, 2 goals, and a nice little Joe the Goose over to Tommy Hawkins in the goal square, so he could have had 3, maybe even 4. So very impressed. Keep him playing.
absolutely. And unless there's anything you want to add on that all over the joint chopping block segment, we can move on to next week unless you want to.
Yeah, we'll stay away from the birds for now, but we'll go on to next week, mate. Who we got?
Oh, Collingwood, mate, at the G.
Got the Pies.
Massive game.
Home game, so we'll be going to it.
I hope so.
I know I will be. I just hope you are.
Thanks, mate.
I hope you are.
No, I hope so too. I'll be doing my best too.
Yeah.
Providing I don't get another Sunday like today.
True that.
It wasn't deliberate to start this at 2 a.m, guys, but
it is what it is.
Salt on live TV.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, so we got the Pies next week, Sunday, and they got us last time. I think we were 5 or 6 goals, and just playing that frenetic, harassing football that got us and has got us in the past when we've been the best team by a mile. So, look, I don't go into the. Well, I've got confidence we can win, but the Pies' record against us lately in the way they play and the way they front up against us, they really prepare extra intricately against us. Got the word out just in time. The way they just match up against us really well. Like Solo gets off the chain a lot. Pendlebury plays amazing footy every time. He always kicks 2 or 3 when he plays us, and Mason Cox killed us last time. And just these random blokes popped up, and we showed up with a bit of a millionaire attitude.
Yeah.
Playing the Pies. Look, I'm going to be ridiculous here and go the Pies. Like, I think we can win, but I think Collingwood's form of late, and the pressure's on them. It has to be said, and we haven't been playing amazing footy. Had some really good wins and had to step up when we had to, but maybe I'm just picking up, and playing devil's advocate. I don't know, but
who'd you tip? Did you tip St Kilda or Geelong?
I tipped Geelong. Yeah, we tipped them by like 2 points, didn't we?
Yeah,
not with a great deal of confidence.
Right. I wasn't sure if you changed for your tips video because you tipped the Hawks, mate. Now you tipped the Pies. So
2 out of 3 ain't bad. Yeah, no, I'm genuinely going the Pies. I think they'll win by 10 points, but mainly because they match up against us pretty well. So did the Saints and we beat them. So hopefully I'm wrong, but no, that's my genuine tip, mate. I reckon their speed and pressure and their ability to convert up forward when they don't let us play the way we want to play sometimes when we play them. So I'm just going to go the Pies. And a bit of a hunch. Yeah.
Well,
they can trouble us.
Just as you knew that I'd get Dangerfield in the boat somehow, I had a feeling you may tip the Pies.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to come out and say it's a crazy thought because, they do match up well against us.
They killed us last time, obliterated us.
And it's always early. They always come out with this, as you said, frenetic.
7-goal first terms.
Yeah, so there is something about them that they do tend to get up for us, and perhaps that small forward line. I mean, Elliott's starting to get back into it, and as you said, for Solo and a few other guys, Hoskin Elliott, De Goey maybe back, probably more midfield, but. Yeah, they certainly have.
6-day break, or my 5-day break, mate. I was
going to say, like Anzac Day, probably put a little disclaimer on both our tips as to how Collingwood would go on Anzac Day. I think they'll probably have a win, but they're a hard one to read. Like, I'm confident in our ability at the moment. I'm really liking what I'm seeing, and I think we should definitely beat them. But having said that, I know Sydney aren't travelling well, but when Collingwood did beat them over there, that was a brand of footy that's really good. It's hard, tackling pressure in your face.
We don't like that
kind of stuff. I thought Sydney were okay on that day.
Yeah.
So if Collingwood bring that, then we're going to have to really play a quality first 50 to 60 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or else we could be in some trouble. But seeing what I've seen the last 2 weeks gives me no reason to be tipping against us. So I'm going to tip us by anywhere between your 10 to 30 points, but I just feel like we're playing very good footy at the moment, and Collingwood, they've been a little bit all over the place.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance we could beat them by 8 or 9 goals. Like we could,
if we really turn it on.
We could crunch them if the bad Collingwood comes out. But if the one that is in our face, pressuring, not letting us do what we want to do, all of a sudden we've got a real game on our hands.
Yeah, which I reckon will happen.
It does depend. We often say, it probably depends on what Geelong comes out. But I think in this case, it probably depends which Collingwood outfit decides to show up.
Well, that's good when we're saying that.
Yeah, it is. So
I like it.
Wait and see. look at Anzac Day and see what that shows us as well.
Bombers win by like 90 points or something.
Absolute backflip on the tips.
Yeah, definitely the Cats by 25 points. Alrighty, so that's the review from Shorty and myself. Pretty comprehensive review, mate.
Yeah. Give us a watch if you got a free halfer.
Yeah, I don't know how we're going there. Nose is bleeding, that's good. Alrighty, so yeah, feel free to check out our other videos. Darijoe have the Geelong Goal video highlights up probably pretty soon, I hope. And getting along to that, I'll just chuck the link in the description below for you guys, so you just click on that and just grab a cuppa and just get stuck in the highlights and get involved with it. So yeah, subscribe for more of this stuff and tips and other random AFL shows that come up. Sam Newman putting a $10,000 putt.
Are you trying to get a few clicks or something? Mate? What are you
No,
doing?
not at all.
Oh, okay.
Just the people, want to see Sam win money for the clubs,
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. That's good. Then.
Big clicks as well helps. Thanks very much, guys. Hope you had a great night, and we'll catch you on the next one. It seems